So I had my devotional written out, and then the power went out because it's storming really bad outside. So my devotional being on the computer, I can't access it right now. So we're just going to try this today. I'm filming it like this right now because there's no light in my office because the power went out here at church. So we're just going to film this like this and see how it goes. Luke chapter 5, verses 27 and 28 say this. After this, he went out and saw a tax collector named Levi sitting at the tax booth. And he said to him, "Follow me." And leaving everything, he rose and followed him. And it made me think about how Levi left everything. He left his job. He left what was comfortable. He didn't sit down and think about it. He just immediately, as soon as Christ called him, he left everything. And it made me think about how oftentimes in America today as Christians, we don't do that. We keep our job. We keep our nice stuff. And I myself, I live in a nice home. I have a lot of nice friends. I have a good reputation. And it makes me really think, have I truly left everything to follow Christ? But then I also read on in the text, and it says in the very next verse, Levi made him a great feast in his house. And there was a large company of tax collectors and others reclining at table with them. So we need to be careful that when we read that Levi left everything and followed Jesus, that we don't take that the wrong way, because Levi actually still had his stuff. He still had a house. He still had enough possessions and wealth to throw a great party for Jesus and for tax collectors, for other people. So I think what it means when Levi left everything, I think what it's really saying is that he left the rights to all of his stuff. He left the ownership of it to Jesus. He left the way he thought about all of his stuff. And in the same way, we need to think about the stuff that we have no longer as our own, but as God's. When we leave everything to follow Christ, we need to stop thinking about our stuff as being our stuff. We need to start realizing that God owns everything. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and he owns our stuff too. We need to use it for his purposes. Have you left everything to follow Christ? If not, if you haven't physically left all of your stuff, how can you leave your stuff now to God? So I encourage you to think about your stuff no longer as yours, but as God's, and use it for his glory. God bless you, and see you tomorrow.